Here, oh, hold up.
Come my way, Mom.
Okay.
I want to make sure that society respects their dead, because my concern is that we continue to drift further, regardless of how you have disposition, whether it's cremation, whether it's burial. Both of those are important and part of the process, and they are important to different groups of people, and that's fine. But the lack of respect that seems to permeate the living nowadays, on TV, and just the lack of respect that people have for each other, also filters into the lack of respect that people are having for their dead. And when you lose complete lack of respect, then you end up a third world country. And I don't want to see America become a third world country. We're better than that. And I think part of that, a big part of that, bigger than you know, is respect for the dead.
It's milestones in life. It's, you know, we celebrate when we get here, when we're born onto this planet, and we have a humongous, ridiculously expensive party most of the time when you meet up and marry another person, or do it a couple of times, however it takes to make it work out. And we celebrate birthdays. And we need to recognize and honor when someone's gone out. We welcome them coming in. We bon voyage, say fare thee well, and have a going away party when they go out. And that's just, I agree wholeheartedly, critical to who we are. So,
One last thing, if you look back through history, all of the great, what people would classify as the great civilizations, the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, modern day America, all of those societies respected their dead. That's why they built temples, that's why they built statues, that's why they built pyramids, that's why we have the history we have to study. Not because we disrespected and threw away our deceased relatives and friends, it's because we cared for them and buried them, and many years later people were able to study those three specific civilizations, Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians. Vikings as a group were like that, very respectful of their dead.
the Taj Mahal, ultimate testament to love.
It's a huge example. The Mayans in Mexico, you know, all of that, the pyramid, anything that you can think of. A lot of the statues, the Washington Monument, you know, all of the things that we can think of that are monuments are built out of respect to deceased people that made an impact on our planet.
These are the cool ones. These tell the whole story of the valley. This is 1958 to 1964. And they smell good. They smell like leather. Can you smell?
I do.
Old book smell. I love that smell.
I do too.
And they are records of every funeral ethics. It has all the funeral ethics here from 1958. And then they've got all the names of everybody that passed away in this little area back then. Who they were, what they did, where we went and had the service, who they were related to. There's like a who's who of Goodyear Farms in here, you know, and Litchfield and Aerospace and the three, Goodyear Tire and Manufacturing, of the three industries that started this whole neighborhood.
Wow.
It's incredible. Amazing.
So, how someone can then think that someone that was important to them for 40 or 50 years, like their wife, and they die, and they don't have the respect for that person, is beyond me, and that's what I struggle with. That's what I meant by. That's why it's important to keep that respect for life, because we tend to respect people that we've never met and build monuments for them, but the people that are intimately close with us that we respect, we tend to disrespect at the time of, crucial times. To me, what's important to sustain that respect and to sustain our status as the greatest country in the world, a small part of that is respect. We are constantly having memorial services and remembrance services. We've got a big one coming up this year. What do you think they're going to do on the 10th anniversary of 9/11? They're going to have services all over the country, all over the world. There will be memorial services remembering all those people that died and lost their lives, and the servicemen that fought, the policemen, the firemen, all the people that have done everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know any of those people. Never met any of them. Wouldn't know them if they'd walked in my front door. But yet we will honor them and respect them with some sort of service. So it's not burial or cremation as much as it is have some sort of remembrance.
It was washed yesterday, so I'm just gonna dust it.
Oh.
And I always sing this song in my head. Long black limousine, prettiest car I ever seen. That's it, that's all I'm gonna sing. But I always sing that when I'm dusting it. Not a scratch.
The reason she's doing it, this is about the second time she's done this in this 5.5, almost 6 years I've known.
And elephants and dolphins bury their dead.
And rhinoceroses fight fires.
A rhinoceros is our nature's firefighter.